working closely with him, there's just this quiet strength and presence about Chief Dehner. I think he's an epitome of servant leadership.
He worked as a firefighter in the street, rescuing people from fires and trying to save their lives. That if he could tell stories that he was most proud of, it would be those.
He's just one of those people with that natural leadership ability. It's how he's always carried himself. You can learn leadership, but I truly think he's one of those people who was born with it.
So Merriam, that would be our fourth merger from a historical perspective. Merriam was looking for advanced life support. We had that to offer, that we could benefit not having to pay another fire department to run our northern tip of Overland Park. The city of Merriam was able to reduce some of the expenses of having a one-station fire department and able to join an organization that had the other training, prevention, administration, had all of those things that, they didn't have to pay for twice.
I've known Chief Dehner for over 30 years. He was instrumental in assisting us in contracting for fire services in the northern end of Miami County when Johnson County Fire District 2 ceased as being a response agency. If we did not have this agreement, the citizens in that part of the county would be a Class 10 for the ISO, which increases your insurance rates dramatically.
The citizens, regardless of where you live, they expect to see first responders. That's law enforcement, fire service, as well as emergency medical services. And so we provide that through our sheriff's department and through our EMS system, but we did not have that fire protection. He said, we can help. Here's how we can help. Here's what we expect. But he laid a fair expectation down. Here's what you do, here's what we do, and we're going to meet that agreement. I think it's going to go on for another 5 years.
So what sparked it is we were in a pickle. Part of our fire district merger, there was a piece of ground that no one really got to very quickly. We needed 3 acres.
We had some land on the campus of Blue Valley Southwest. They built a beautiful fire station out there. And then in turn, they've agreed to a 15-year agreement to host and help create our fire science program that we are in year 2 of implementation of. It's for students who potentially could be interested in being an EMT or a firefighter. They're taught by staff members here at the fire department. They love it. Our students love coming over here. They're treated like professionals. They like the nature of it. It's very hands-on, it's interactive. It just makes sense to them. They can see what it looks like as a career.
So one of the things that a lot of people may or may not know is that Chief Dehner has been the fire service representative to SAFE, which is the Surviving Spouse and Family Endowment through the Kansas City Crime Commission. And so I think that just shows what kind of a servant leader and what kind of service he tries to give back to the community.
Every call that we go on has a little piece of some of Chief Dehner's work. So Bryan was responsible for our card access system, the regional tagging system, where we would know what every apparatus was and what capabilities it had, and the personnel who were on it, all of their qualifications.
Our city placed fire where we had 52 fire trucks, including Kansas City, Kansas, Lawrence, and all of Johnson County. I think, as the commander, the reason that went well is because we talked the same language, we had the right radio systems, and we worked regionally and collaboratively with the Heart of America, Johnson County Fire Chiefs, and those kinds of things. The city place, I think, is a good example where, whether you know it or not, the grind of regional collaboration does pay off in big ways at events that have yet to come. Collaboration is hard. It's exhausting. It is not easy work. But it's important. If you're going to play in that arena, if you're going to be a regional leader in various things, you need to participate. It's easy to stay in your own backyard and create things and accomplish things because you have more control over it. Trying to apply that in other areas can be very frustrating and difficult, but it doesn't mean you shy away from it.